Hello children, welcome to my channel. So this is Nagendra Prasad, your NP sir. So today in this video we will discuss the mock CET paper. So I made two papers. Okay, so mathematics mock CET paper 1 we are discussing now. So in this one video I can't put all 60 questions. For that reason I make a 4 series. This is the first series number 1 or video number 1 about mathematics mark CET paper 1 discussion. Okay, so let us start the problems now. The first problem is if alpha and beta are the roots of the equation 4x square plus 3x plus 7 equal to 0, then 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta equal to. When alpha and beta are the roots of the equation, first we have to write sum of the roots. So sum of the roots we have to write is alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a. This is the shortcut. Okay. So sum of the roots is minus b by a. That is minus b. B means what here? 3 by a is 4. So minus 3 by 4. And product of the roots. Product of the roots is c by a. So c means constant. Constant here 7 by a is 4. 7 by 4. Now take the problem. The problem is 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta. Take LCM. Alpha beta is LCM. Numerator you get alpha plus beta. So what is alpha plus beta? Alpha plus beta is minus 3 by 4 divided by alpha beta is 7 by 4. So 4 is cancelled. We get minus 3 by 7. So minus 3 by 7 is option 1. So question number 1, option 1 is the answer. So let us move to the next question, question number 2. The number which should be added to the numbers 2, 14, 62 so that the resulting numbers may be in GP. So for making GP, I have to add some number. So go with trial and error method. That's the best one. If I add 1, what I get, observe here, 3, 15, 63. It is not in GP. Therefore, first option is wrong. Add 2. What you get? 2 plus 2 is 4. 14 plus 2 is 16. 62 plus 2 is 64. See, observe now. This is 4. 4 square, 4 cube. This is in GP. Hence, question number 2, option 2 is the answer. Okay. When you get the answer, no need to check for other thing. Okay. Because in CET, out of 4, only 1 is the correct answer. So, no need to check. If you check also what you get here, 5, 17, 65, it is not in GP. 6, 18, 60 is not in GP. Okay, so don't waste your time doing all that one. When option 2 is correct answer, go to the next question, because each single second is also very important in CET. Okay, so let us move to the next question, question number 3. Let R be an equivalence relation on a finite set A having n elements. Having n elements means what? N of a, number of elements in A is n. Okay, then the number of order pairs in R is, see, already they mentioned R is an equivalence relation, and we know that R is a subset of A cross A. That means if A and B are two sets, then relation is always subset of A cross C. So hence the number should be either equal or greater than the number of order pairs in R. So the relation order pair should be either greater than n, number of elements in A, or equal to A. For example, see, if I take A is 1, 2, 3, if I make equivalence relation means the least possible is I have to do 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. So here see, reflexive, symmetric, and transitive, all are possible. This is the least equivalence relation of order 3. Okay, 3 elements, fine. So here n equal to n, correct? So otherwise it should be more than n elements. N elements is how much here? 3. Okay, so either 3 or more than 3. Hence, question number 3, 2 is the answer. It is a basic concept. So concept-wise problem. So question number 3, option 2 is the answer. That is greater than or equal to n. So now we move to the next question, question number 4. So if A and B are non-empty sets, then A minus B union B minus A equal to. See, for this, better we can go with either you can take example A and B, take two sets and try, or the best method is we go with a Venn diagram. So I hope all of you are knowing Venn diagram. Okay. See, first is a rectangular bus, that is called universal set. One circle represent A, and another circle is represented by B. Okay, what is A minus B? A minus B, see, take all this at A and remove the B. That means here, I put dotted now, this part. Only this part is A minus B. Okay, union B minus A. What is B minus A? So take B set and remove the A. This shaded part is B minus A. So that means this is B minus A and this is A minus B. Union of these two. Union of these two means what? This part and this part. Both I want. Correct. For that reason, what I am doing, I take the whole thing. The whole thing is what? A union B. Correct. The A union B is whole thing. And I have to remove this part. What is this part? This part is A intersection B. So A union B minus A intersection B gives the A minus B union B minus A. Where is that? It is in option 3. See, such a easy problem, correct? So question number 4, option 3 is the answer. Okay, if you like my shortcuts and my video, please subscribe my channel. Okay, let us move to the next question, question number 5. Let f of x equal to x cube. Let f of x equal to x cube minus 6x square plus 9x plus 18. F of x is x cube minus 6x square plus 9x plus 18. Then f of x is strictly decreasing. Strictly decreasing means what? F dash of x should be less than 0. So at what interval it is decreasing? That's the question. So first we have to differentiate. F dash of x is x cube means 3x square minus 6 2 is 12x plus 9. Take 3 common. When you take 3 common, we get x square minus 4x plus 3. Make a factor. We get x minus 3 into x minus 1. That means x value is 1 and 3. There are two critical points. We get it. So on this edge we can consider as a minus infinity, and here it is infinity. Then we have 3 intervals, that is minus infinity to 1, then 1 to 3, and 3 to infinity. Okay. When it is below 1, so take 0. If I put 0, what you get here? Negative, negative, totally positive. The sign is negative into negative. Totally we get positive. Positive means function is increasing. Okay, if I take between 1 and 3, take example 2. 2 minus 3 is minus and 2 plus 1 is positive. Totally we get negative. The function is decreasing. And 3 to infinity means above 3, that is 4. So 4 minus 3 is positive and 4 minus is positive. Totally we get positive, function is increasing. That means minus infinity to 1 is function is increasing, 1 to 3 it is decreasing, and 3 to infinity once again it is increasing. Our question is decreasing, therefore interval is 1 comma 3. That is option 1. So question number 5, 1 comma 3 is the answer. Suppose the same question, if they are asking increasing, then if it is open, minus infinity to 1. For increasing, what is the answer? Minus infinity to 1 union 3 comma infinity. This for increasing. Okay. So let us move to the next question. Question number 6. The solution set of the inequality. It is a very simple question. Very simple question. So we call it as a level 1 problem. That means below 30 seconds, we can finish the problem. See, 3x minus 5 less than x plus 7. So 3x minus x less than 7 plus 5. 3x minus x is 2x less than 12, or x is less than 6. X is less than 6 means what? So x belongs to z. That's also very important here. Okay. So z means integer. So all negative numbers below 5. Okay, less than 6 means it ends with 5. Therefore, option 3 is the correct answer for question number 6. Next question, question number 7. If delta 1 is xbb, axb, aax, delta 2 is xb, ax are the given determinants, then. Okay, here see two options have derivatives and 2 options have direct one. So 3 times delta 2 square is not possible. So just check it first derivative. So before that, find out what is delta 1. So delta 1 is x into x is x square minus ab minus b into is cancel ax minus ab plus b into a is a square minus ax. If you simplify, we get x cube minus abx minus abx plus ab square plus a square b minus abx. Okay. So further simplification, we get x cube. So abx one term, two term, three term. So minus 3abx. Okay, then plus ab square plus a square b. So this is delta 1. If I differentiate, what I get? D by dx of delta 1 is x cube is 3x square minus 3ab. So take 3 common, we get x square minus ab. Now delta 2, expand delta 2. Delta 2 is what? X into x is x square minus ab. Now observe this and this same. That means d by dx of delta 1 is equal to 3 times delta 2. Where is that? Option 2. So question number 7, option 2. So this is we call as a level 3. That means it take almost 1 minute or approximately 70 seconds. Okay. So this is level 3 question. So we have to solve and simplify. Okay. So now let us move to the next question. Question number 8. For how many values of x in the closed interval -4 to -1 is the matrix 3 minus 1x to 3 minus 1x plus 2 x plus 3 minus 1 2 is singular? What is meant by singular matrix? Singular matrix means determinant of A is 0. So first you solve this problem. Let us find out the determinant. That is 3 into minus 1 into 2 is minus 2. Minus is plus 1 into x plus 2 minus of minus 1 plus x into this can 3 2 is a 6 minus x plus 3 into x plus 2 plus 2 times this cancel 3 into minus 1 is minus 3 minus is plus 1 into x plus 3. So 3 into minus 2, so plus x plus 2 minus into minus is plus 1 plus into minus is minus x. So 1 minus x, we can make it like this, into 6 minus x into x is x square minus x into 2 is minus 2x minus 3x minus 6 plus 2 times minus 3 plus x plus 3. Here minus 3 plus 3 is cancelled. 6 minus 6 is cancelled. So here minus 2 plus 2 is cancelled. 3 into 3 is 3x plus 1 minus x into minus x square minus 5x plus 2 into x. Okay, so 3x plus 2x is 5x. Then from 1 if you multiply we get minus x square minus 5x minus plus x cube plus 5x square. So plus 5x minus 5x is cancelled. Here 5x square x cube means 5x square minus x square is 4x square plus x cube. So if you take x square common, we get 4 plus x. Since the determinant is singular means determinant is 0, this term should be equal to 0. Therefore, x equal to 0 or x equal to minus 4. Now observe the interval minus 4 minus 1. In this there is no 0, correct? Minus 4 to minus 1, the interval, the where 0 is not belongs to minus 4 to minus 1. Therefore, only one solution we have, that is x equal to minus 4. Hence, option 3 is the correct answer. Question number 8, 3 is the answer. Once again, this is level 3 question. It takes almost 1 minute to 1.5 minutes. Okay, so let us move to the next question. Question number 9. Integration of pi by 6 to pi by 3 dx by 1 plus root tan x. See here, first we simplify this one, that is pi by 6 to pi by 3 dx by 1 plus root tan x can be written as root sin x by root cos x. If you go for memorize, it is really good. What you have to memorize, I will tell you. Okay, if we take LCM here, root cos x goes to the numerator. into dx by root cos x plus root sin x. See, we have one shortcut, that is if a to b f of a plus b minus x into dx equal to a to b f of x into dx, then the integral value is equal to upper limit minus lower limit by 2. So this is the shortcut. Here if you apply a plus b means what? 30 plus 60, 90. If you put 90, what happen? The sign becomes cos, cos becomes sin. Okay. So the interchange, the given function is acts as a f of x. Hence, directly you can apply upper limit minus lower limit. That is pi by 3 minus pi by 6 by 2. So that gives pi by 12. So answer is pi by 12. That is option 2. So question number 9, option 2 is the answer. So instead of working so much, if you have memory power, that's good. That is dx by 1 plus root of tan x means sin by cos is coming, applying the shortcut. The shortcut is upper limit minus lower limit by 2. So 30, 60 minus 30 is 30, 30 by 2 is 15. 15 means 5 by 12. Like that mind work, you can do it. Within 10 seconds, you can finish this one. So we call that this is L1 problem. When you're seeing the problem, immediately you can judge the answer. That is called L1. Maximum is 30-second work. Okay, no need to work all this one. If you're seeing this only, you can judge. Root tan x means sin by cos is coming. So hence 90 minus theta is applicable. Therefore, upper limit minus lower limit by 2. That's all. So question number 9, option 2 is the answer. If you like this shortcut, please subscribe my channel and share this video with your friends and relatives. Next, we move to the next question. Question number 10. If f of x equal to 1 minus cos 2x by x square, x is not equal to 0, a plus 2 x equal to 0 is continuous at x equal to 0, then the value of a is. So already they mentioned it is continuous. Therefore, limit function should be equal to real function. That is limit extends to 0, 1 minus cos 2x by x square is equal to real function means a plus 2. Here you can apply either formula or you can go with L-Hospital rule. So anything you can possible. So here direct is there. Therefore, I go with the formula itself. So 1 minus cos 2x is 2 sin square x. 1 minus cos 2x is 2 sin square x by x square equal to a plus 2. We know that limit extends to 0, sin x by x is 1. So 1 square it becomes. So 2 equal to a plus 2. Therefore, the value of a is 0. So question number 10. So 2 is the answer. Option 2 is the correct answer. The another method also I will explain because that is useful for your other problems. That is L-Hospital rule. That means if you put 0 here, what you get? Cos 0 is 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0. 0 by 0. If problem in terms of 0 by 0, then we can apply the another rule called L-Hospital rule. L-Hospital rule. He says that the numerator and denominator separately you can differentiate, then apply the limit. Limit extends to 0. Derivative of 1 is 0 minus derivative of cos is minus sign. Therefore, it becomes plus sign. So sin 2x into derivative of 2x is 2 divided by x square. Derivative of x square is 2x. So equal to a plus 2. So when applying limit extends to 0, sin 2x by 2x is 1. So 1 into 2 is 2. So 2 equal to a plus 2, a is 0. So this method also you can apply. But this is easiest question. So directly you can apply the formula. Some tricky questions are coming, then you can go with this method. Okay. So now let us move to the next question. Question number 11. Slope of a line which cuts intercept of equal length on the axis is. So we have to find out the slope. See, the line cuts the axis. This is the x-axis, this is the y-axis at 0. I take this is A and I take this is B. So OA is the x-intercept, I call it as A, and OB is the y-intercept, I call it as a B. Then the coordinates of A is A comma 0, the coordinates of B is 0 comma B. Okay. The question is slope of a line which cuts intercepts of equal length. When we say that equal length, the A equal to B. That means instead of B, I have to write A because the x length and y length should be same. When it is a, the coordinates of b is also a comma 0 comma a. Okay, I want to find a slope now. It is very simple. What is the slope formula? When 2 point is given, y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Applying. So this is a comma 0. Y2 means 0 minus a by x2 means a minus 0. So minus a by a. Minus a by a. So a is cancelled. We get minus 1. When slope means what? Tan theta. So tan theta is minus 1. Therefore, theta is 135 degree. Okay. So this is extra information. Here question is find the slope. Slope is minus 1. So here minus 1 is there. Correct. Question number 11, minus 1 is the answer. So if they're asking angle, what is the angle between the points or slope, etc., then angle becomes 135 degree. So now let us move to the next question, question number 12. The value of the integral minus 4 to 4 ax cube plus bx plus c dx depends on. Okay, see here we can apply our property. Our properties is minus a to a f of x into dx is 0 if f of x is odd function, correct? If f of x is odd function, 2 times 0 to a f of x into dx if f of x is even function. So here I write this as minus 4 to 4 ax cube plus bx plus c into dx. This equal to minus 4 to 4. I made this as ax cube plus bx is separate into dx plus integration of minus 4 to 4 c into dx. Since ax cube plus bx is odd function, this value becomes 0. Here c is constant. Integration of dx is x from minus 4 to 4. So that is c into upper limit is 4, minus of minus is plus 4. So we get 8c. Therefore, the given problem is depends upon only c. That is option 3. So I will stop it here. So next continue problem is in my next video. So watch it. Till that, goodbye. Thank you all.